Okay, so since the last video that I made about my game, quite a lot has changed. Most of those changes you'll be able to find on the portfolio page that this video will ultimately make itself onto. But from basically a rundown of what's changed is we now have a proper main menu, as you can see. It's basically just the game map with a couple of assets that are used in the game placed in the background. We now have a proper game level with landscape material, trees, rocks, and some pretty cool features that we'll get into. I've also added some sounds to the game to liven up how the game feels, so it's not just a plain game with just shooting sounds. Something funny that also happens is the enemies can explode as well. And there are decals now that spawn blood whenever the enemies are hit. So for the main menu, it's pretty simple. It's just got a play which will load you into the level. We also have settings where we can set the window mode, the resolution. If we want to go 1440p, there you go, it's full screen. You can also set the graphics preset, so if you want low settings, or you can change that. But I've also added a plugin for AMD's FSR 3 because I know the PC that this game is going to run on is most likely not going to be the most powerful. So to try and give a fighting chance, I've added FSR 3 so that there is some form of upscaler. So as you can see, I'm running at about 56 FPS on the high preset at native 1440p. If I enable FSR 3 to the quality preset, I already get a pretty substantial FPS bump just by enabling quality mode. This can go all the way down to ultra performance, which gives a pretty damn good FPS bump, but it really doesn't look that great. I'll show you that when we get into game. But because I've added FSR 3, there's also this lovely option called frame generation, which, if we set it to native AA, we'll go quality, you'll see that when I enable this, we get a massive FPS jump. Okay, maybe I got to turn VSync off. Yeah, there we go. Okay, with VSync off, it's a lot better. We can't run VSync because VSync's not actually supposed to be used with it. But for free, without any extra computational power or anything, we have gone from 70 FPS up to 120 with no changes to the game other than just enabling that one feature. So I hope that when we actually get the PCs running these games, they'll be able to use the frame generation to get a little bit more FPS out of the game, so it feels a little better. These flashing bars won't show up on the actual shipped and cooked game because these are development features to show that the frame generation is actually working. Let's turn this off for now. We'll go to native and let's load into the game. Will take a little while to load because it is loading a whole new level, but it'll get there. So here we are. So as you can see, it's a pretty nice looking level. It's got some pretty cool trees, got rocks. I've also been experimenting with decals to add leaves and stuff, but I haven't finished that. But the gameplay is mostly the same, where we pick up the assets and bring them to this place. But when I start this, there's now a transition sound to show that they are spawning. On top of that, for some reason the gun can have physics on it, which is hilarious. But now there's also a new shooting sound, and also the enemies have walking sounds. Not only that, when you hit them, it spawns a blood decal on the ground, and they also explode. So it just makes the game have a little bit more of an essence with the sounds of the transitions and the enemies, dying and stuff. I still need to add a crawling sound for the smaller guys, but so far this is what's happened with the game. It's pretty simple. Okay, I'm gonna need to fix that. But one of the other cool features, if I restart the level, is every single item that you see on the map is interactable. So, if I want to pick up that tree over there, I can pick up that tree. This is my tree now. You can pick it up, you can throw it, they do despawn when they hit the ceiling, But yeah, you can pick up the tree, you can rotate the tree, you can let it fall, you can do whatever you want with the tree. You can also pick up the rocks, throw the rocks if you want, you can pick up the car if you want, you can pick up that cube if you want. You can pick up these, of course, you can pick up the gun if you want, and yeet it around. So it's pretty cool what you can do. I don't think you'd be able to yeet the enemies, I haven't tried that yet, but you might be able to. But yeah, it's one of the cool features. So, now, as you can see, we're getting 80 FPS, but if I enable FSR 3 and frame generation, I hit apply. Oh no, it's dying. So I just enabled it. See if I can turn on frame generation. Yeah. Okay, there we go. Yeah, wow. As you can see, 180 FPS for free. Wow. That's gonna be really helpful for those machines, I'm not gonna lie. So without frame generation, we're getting about 114 FPS. That might allow me to go to the Epic preset, actually. Okay, so 50 FPS on the Epic preset, enable frame generation, 97 FPS. That's pretty good, not gonna lie. Yeet. And all for free. But yeah, so that's the progress with the game. Not too much of a big change, but I mean, we now have a pretty cool map. We've got the enemies spawning, so yeah. That's my game progress.